Here, hold this for a second. My hands are completely full. Just check if that photo I texted you actually sent. The signal's been weird all day, and I don't trust it. Thanks. It's probably just sitting in my drafts again. That's happened like 3 times this week already. I don't know what's going on with my phone lately. What? What do you mean, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Just checking the message, right? That's all you're doing? Oh. Okay, you saw that, huh? I was really hoping you'd just check the one text and hand it back without scrolling anywhere else. Okay, don't look at me like that. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a contact name. People save contacts weird stuff all the time. It's not that unusual. You want me to explain it though, don't you? Of course you do. You've got that face on, the one where you're not going to let this go. Okay, sit down for a second. Let me just put these bags somewhere first. My arms are actually killing me. I guess we're doing this now, huh? Right here, in the middle of the kitchen, groceries still half unpacked. This is such a stupid way for this conversation to start, by the way. If you'd told me a week ago that this is how it would come up, I would have laughed at you. So, that name. I changed it a while back. I don't even totally remember exactly when, if I'm being honest. It kind of happened gradually. I think it started as a late night thing. Me scrolling through my contacts for no reason, bored, and yours just felt too plain, too normal for how I actually think about you day to day. I know that sounds like a weird thing to admit out loud, but it's true. Your actual name sitting there in my phone always felt like it was underselling something, like it didn't match up with how much space you actually take up in my head. God, this is so much harder to explain out loud than it was to just quietly change it one night and never bring it up again. Can I just be honest with you for a second? Actually honest, not deflecting with a joke honest, which I know is usually my move when things get uncomfortable. I've had feelings for you for a while now. Longer than that contact name, actually. The name just happened because at some point I got tired of pretending I didn't feel this way, even just to myself, scrolling through my own phone. I know. This is absolutely not how I planned on this coming up, if it ever came up at all. I had this whole imaginary version of telling you eventually, somewhere calm, somewhere I had actual control over the conversation. Not because you accidentally saw my phone while I had my hands full of grocery bags and my keys wedged between my teeth. But I guess some small part of me is almost relieved it happened this way. Because if it had been left up to me, on my own timeline, I honestly don't think I would have ever said anything. I'm really good at putting things off when they scare me enough. Can I tell you when it actually started? Not the contact name part, before that. The actual feeling, whenever it first showed up. It was this completely ordinary night, honestly. Nothing special happened, nothing dramatic. We were just sitting around, doing basically nothing, half watching something neither of us was paying attention to. And you said something that made me laugh so hard, I genuinely couldn't breathe properly for a second. And in the middle of laughing like an idiot, I looked over at you and something just shifted. Quietly. I didn't even notice it was happening until it already had, if that makes any sense. After that night, I started noticing everything about you. Little things I probably wouldn't have paid attention to before. The way you get distracted mid-sentence the second something more interesting crosses your mind. The way you always text back way too fast for someone who claims to be busy all the time. Like you never actually want to seem too available, but you also can't help yourself. I noticed how you remember small details about people. Little things most people forget completely, like exactly how someone takes their coffee, or some random story they told once, months ago, in passing. You remembered mine. I don't even think you're aware you do that, honestly. It just seems automatic for you. I started keeping these little mental notes of all of it, almost without meaning to. Which is, admittedly, a little unhinged when I say it out loud like this. But I genuinely couldn't help it. It just kept happening. Okay, so where was I? Right, the mental notes thing. It got to the point where every text from you started feeling like it meant something a little more than it probably did on your end. Which, in hindsight, is a very specific kind of problem to have. But I didn't really notice how deep it had gotten until it was already pretty deep. I remember one time you sent me this completely mundane text. I think it was something like, "Made it home safe," after we hung out. And I just sat there staring at my phone for way longer than that message warranted. Just smiling at it, like an idiot. I didn't tell anyone about that, obviously. That felt like something I needed to just quietly sit with on my own. And I got tired eventually of scrolling past your actual name in my contacts like it was just anyone. Like you were just another entry in a long list of people I text sometimes. Because you weren't. You aren't. You're the person I think about more than I've wanted to admit, even to myself, for a really long time now. So I changed it. Kept it kind of vague, honestly, just in case anyone else ever saw my phone. Which, ironically, is exactly what just happened. So that plan really worked out well. I told myself it was harmless. A private little thing, just for me. Something that made checking my phone feel a tiny bit warmer every time your name popped up. I did not, at any point, account for you accidentally seeing it while checking if a photo sent. That was never part of the plan. Honestly, I think some tiny part of me is glad it happened like this, even though I'm still kind of mortified standing here, explaining it to you in the middle of my kitchen with groceries half put away. Can I ask you something? Have you noticed anything different about me lately? The way I've been around you, I mean. Because I've been trying so hard to act normal, but I don't know if I've actually been pulling it off. Really? You noticed that? Okay. That actually makes me feel a little better. I've spent weeks convinced I was being obvious in the worst possible way. Like everyone could see it, except you. Can I tell you about the moment I almost said something before today? There have been a few, actually. There was this one night, a few weeks back, when we were walking back from that place we always go to, and it was quiet, and the streets were basically empty. And I remember thinking, right then, just say it, right now. This is a good moment. And then you said something funny, and the moment just slipped by, and I let it. I do that a lot, actually. Building up to something, and then letting the moment pass because it feels safer to stay quiet. I think that's part of why this accidental version of it happening actually works out okay, weirdly. Because if I'd kept waiting for the right moment, I don't think it ever would have come. I think I would have just kept quietly liking you from a careful distance indefinitely. Is that a sad thing to admit? I don't know. It feels a little sad saying it out loud. Okay. Your turn now, actually. I've been talking for a really long time, and I genuinely don't know what you're thinking right now. Say something. Anything. Wait, really? Okay, I was not expecting that answer. I think I built up this whole speech in my head, assuming I'd have to talk you into at least considering it. Not just get an immediate yes like that. You felt the same this whole time? Oh my God, okay. I feel so stupid now, thinking about how long I sat on this, convinced I was the only one carrying it around. Can I ask, how long for you? Because if it's been anywhere close to as long as it's been for me, we've wasted a genuinely embarrassing amount of time just dancing around each other. That long? Seriously? Okay, wow. We really are both idiots, huh? I don't really know what to do with this feeling right now, if I'm honest. Relief, mostly. That's the biggest part of it. Just this huge wave of relief, like I've been holding my breath for months without realizing it, and I can finally just exhale. And then there's something warmer underneath all that relief that I don't have a perfect word for yet. Something that feels a little like hope, but bigger than that somehow. Can I ask you something a little silly, considering everything we've just admitted to each other? What's my contact name saved as on your phone? Because if you've been doing anything even remotely similar to what I did, I want to know. Oh, wait, seriously? Show me. Okay, that's actually really sweet. I wasn't expecting that at all. I think I was bracing for something more subtle, more careful. But that's just straightforwardly sweet. I guess we've both been quietly doing the same thing this whole time, in our own separate little ways, without either of us knowing the other one was doing it too. That's kind of wild to think about, actually. All those weeks, all those months, we were both sitting on the exact same secret, just a few feet apart most of the time, neither of us saying anything. I don't think I want to change my contact name for you now, by the way. Not after all this. I think I'm just going to leave it exactly as it is. It feels earned now, somehow, instead of secret. Can I ask what happens now? I don't really have a plan past this exact moment, if I'm being honest. I only planned as far as explaining the contact name thing. Everything after that is completely unscripted for me. Yeah, no rush. I actually really like that answer. Taking it slow, figuring it out as we go, instead of trying to have it all mapped out right away. Can we just stay like this for a bit? Right here, kitchen still a mess, groceries still not put away. No big declarations, no next steps figured out yet. Just sitting here, actually letting this settle in properly. Thank you, by the way, for not making this weird or awkward or complicated, for just meeting me exactly where I landed, even after I basically got caught red-handed in the most unglamorous way possible. I think this might genuinely be one of my favorite accidental moments now, looking back on it. Groceries and all, keys still wedged in my teeth for half of it. Come here for a second. Let's just sit with this a while before anything else happens. We should probably actually put these groceries away at some point. The ice cream's definitely melting by now. I know. I said that 5 minutes ago, too. I don't think I actually mind if it melts, honestly. This feels more important right now. Can I say something a little vulnerable? I think I'm allowed to now, considering everything else I already admitted standing right here in this kitchen. I was so scared of this exact moment for so long. Not because I didn't want it. I wanted it more than almost anything, if I'm honest. But because I didn't trust that it could actually go this smoothly. Some part of me was bracing for it to be awkward, bracing for you to gently sidestep it or laugh it off in that careful way people do when they're trying not to hurt someone's feelings. I'm really glad I was wrong about that. It's strange, standing here now. Same kitchen, same mess of grocery bags, same late afternoon light coming through the window. But everything feels different somehow. Like the room itself knows something changed. I keep waiting for it to feel complicated, and it's just not. It's still easy. Still exactly like it always was between us. Just with this new thing, sitting quietly out in the open now, instead of buried under a contact name. You know, thinking back on it, There were so many little moments where I almost said something before today. That walk back from dinner a few weeks ago, that time you fell asleep on my couch during the movie, and I just sat there for like 20 minutes, not moving, because I didn't want to wake you. I think I could have said it then, if I let myself. I think I just needed today specifically, though. Something about getting caught off guard. No time to overthink my wording. No careful speech prepared. It forced the honesty out faster than I probably would have managed on my own. Can I ask what's going through your head right now? I've done a lot of talking today. I'd actually like to just listen for a bit. Yeah? That's exactly how I feel too, honestly. Relief, mostly. And something warm underneath it I still don't have the right word for. I like that we don't have to figure out every detail of this right now. I don't think we need a plan mapped out today. I just wanted you to know how I actually felt, instead of hiding behind a saved contact name forever. Everything else, we can take slowly. Although, selfishly, I will say, I wouldn't mind if taking it slowly started with you staying for dinner tonight. Groceries are already here, after all. Good. I was hoping you'd say that. Thank you, by the way, for not making today harder than it needed to be. For just meeting me exactly where I landed, mid-sentence, groceries in hand, completely unprepared. I don't think I'll forget today. Not the part where you accidentally saw my phone, and knowing this part either. Just standing here afterward, quiet, together, not needing to fill the silence with anything else. I could stay right here a long time. Okay, we really do need to deal with these groceries now. I can hear the ice cream giving up on itself in that bag. Come on, help me put this stuff away. We can keep talking while we do it. I promise I'm not trying to end the conversation. Can I tell you something a little funny? I had this whole version of today planned out completely differently in my head. Not today specifically, just, the eventual version of me telling you. Very calm, very put together, probably somewhere quiet with good lighting. Instead, you caught me off guard in my own kitchen, with my arms full of bags. And honestly, I think I'm glad it happened this way instead. It felt more real, less like a performance I'd rehearsed, and more like just us, being exactly who we always are with each other. I keep thinking about how normal this still feels, even after everything we just said. I expected some huge dramatic shift, and it does feel different, in a good way, but it also just feels like an extension of everything we already had. Like this was always where it was heading, and today just made it official. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm still not explaining it as clearly as I want to. It's okay. I don't think I need to say it perfectly. I think you already understand what I mean. Okay, groceries are away. Crisis averted. Ice cream mostly saved. Before we figure out dinner, can I ask what happens now, actually? Not in a stressed way, just curious. Do we tell people? Do we take it slow, like we said? I don't really have a plan for this part either, if I'm honest. I only planned as far as tonight, and even that wasn't really a plan, it just kind of happened. Yeah, that sounds good to me too. No rush, no big announcement, just us figuring it out as we go. I like that a lot, actually. I think that's honestly the most us way to start something like this anyway. Unplanned, a little messy, exactly like everything else between us has always been. Can I ask you to stay a little longer tonight? Not just for dinner, just in general. I don't really want today to end yet. Yeah? Okay. Thank you. I'm really glad this happened today. Even with the melted ice cream and the mortifying reveal and all of it. I think I'm going to remember this exact afternoon for a long time. Me too. Come here. Let's just stay like this a little longer before we figure out anything else.